All right, everyone, welcome. Welcome to midterm. Here we are, halfway through the semester. I hope all your other classes are going well. I hope your life's going well. I hope everything's just going well for you, and I hope the class is going well for you as well. So let's jump right in terms of midterm. So I posted this week in the announcements box a survey. It's a Google form survey, so when you take the survey, it's completely anonymous. I won't see your name. I won't know who you are. All I'll see is just feedback to your survey. So I know at times some people get a little hesitant about surveys. Okay, so what's the purpose of this survey? What's it going to be used for? How is it going to affect me? I don't want you to be fearful at all. Again, it's not going to make me have a negative outcome on you as a person if you say something that's critical of the course or of me, because I don't know who you are. I'm just getting your responses. And number two, I really do want you to be honest because I want to know how the course is going. I originally obviously have designed it and set up this course based on what I know and research and everything else to produce a certain desired learning outcome, which from what I'm seeing is doing. But I also like to get your feedback as well to see if there's anything that maybe I'm not aware of or I'm not seeing and how I can best address that issue and make it better for you as we finish this last half of the semester. So if you get some time this week, please take that survey. I think there's about 6 questions in there. Some of them are kind of multiple choice, really quick clicks, and then there's some comment boxes where you can elaborate a little bit more. So I also updated the 2 final assignments for this semester. You got the teacher interview coming up in a few weeks, and then at the end of the semester you got the personal classroom management plan. I put the rubrics in there, I put the directions in there. You'll now see a new link in your left hand side called assignments. When you click assignments, you'll see the 2 assignments in there where you can submit those, and those are both APA papers. So as always, if there are any questions, comments, concerns, direct them towards me, email me directly. Do not email me in WebCampus because, as I've come to learn, it doesn't go to me. So just email me directly with the email address that I provided on the syllabus. Okay, this past week, I want to address something in terms of posting. I've got a few emails throughout the semester, and I want to alleviate burden. I don't want guilt. I don't want people feeling bad. I don't want stress. That's not anything that's conducive to learning or positive feelings. So in terms of posting in my class, yes, I don't want anything after Friday. We're moving on. We're moving on to a new discussion. None of us want to go back and revisit old discussions. We want to focus on new content and the content for the week. However, during the week, I do say that I want it by Wednesday. And the reason why I want it by Wednesday, like at the latest, is so that people have time to respond to each other during Thursday and Friday. And so Thursday and Friday should be a shift to responding to people, having that critical discussion and building your philosophies and your thoughts. And really, again, the discussions are meant to be a collaborative process to build ideas and learn from one another. And so that's kind of the spirit of it all. So I know some of you have been kind of emailing me and saying, oh, I forgot to do it on Wednesday, I'm so sorry. Or, oh, I didn't do this, and I'm sorry I missed the deadline. Just remember, I grade all of your work right now. Like as soon as I'm done doing this video, I'm going to go grade all the posts, which I've already been grading anyways because I've been reading your posts and being actively engaged as we go along. So as long as you're in the spirit of collaboration, you are posting, you are responding to people, the Wednesday deadline is kind of like a soft deadline. The Friday deadline is the hard one. And so if you don't post till Thursday and people are still able to respond to you and you're able to respond to them, that's the spirit of discussion. If you're posting everything Friday night, you post your initial response and respond to other people, that's not helping you or anybody else. So just keep that in mind. You can post anytime from Monday, or really I post today, so Saturday to Friday. Just post, just be actively involved. Get involved in the discussion. Take a half an hour if you can each day to just pop in and find somebody's comments to discuss and do those types of things. So it's just a spirit of collaboration, and I'm hoping that the discussions are lending itself to that goal of collaborating and building on each other's ideas. So I just don't want anybody to stress. Don't stress if you didn't get a post by Wednesday or you couldn't get your response done by Wednesday. At the very latest, try to get it done by Thursday afternoon so that we can all have an opportunity to read your thoughts and respond to them. If not, do it sooner. Don't wait till Wednesday. Do it Monday. Do it Sunday. Find time to get it. Just get it out of your hair. Don't think that you have to do it on Wednesday. You can do it anytime before too. So that is that. I put a note for myself on weekly ideas, and I don't really know what I was referring to, so I'm going to skip that one. So in terms of, I'll just wrap up with last week. Oh, yes, weekly ideas. So what I meant by weekly ideas was I wanted to, again, respond this week, let's talk about the human side of things, right? So some of you were saying, well, I had this happen, this popped up, and I want you to understand we're all dealing with that. We all have those moments in life. This week, my wife, for those of you that don't know, I don't think I've ever mentioned it in this class, my wife is 2 months pregnant, so we're getting ready to have our third child. She was sick all week long. I spent Tuesday with her and talking with different doctors, trying to figure out what was going on. I spent Wednesday with her, most of the evening in the quick care. I spent then Thursday with her because it got worse in the ER. So good news on that. She's fine. Baby's healthy. But it was a crazy week. And so in terms of responding to this class and doing other responsibilities, I was doing the best I could. So from the ideas that I saw, and I did see everybody's ideas, I may not have got an opportunity to really post on everybody's ideas, but please keep in mind, what I'm seeing, I like. What I'm seeing is doing and reaching the goal that I see. I saw discussions about, most of you really like Jones's model. You like the idea of rules and kind of consequences and limit setting. That's a traditional model. It's what most people use. So that was good. I saw a lot of people that maybe didn't like Jones's model too much, and you're sticking with other models and you're trying to grapple with how would that model work, and that's fine too. So from the ideas that I saw, everything looks great. I did post to a couple people's discussions because I saw some things that I may want you to consider, I may want you to reflect on more. It does not mean that you're doing a poor job. It just means that I'm trying to strengthen your thinking and maybe get some more clarification from you, or maybe just get you to think a little bit deeper, or it sparked an idea for me and I wanted to share just to build on what you're saying. Again, I'm just being an active participant. So if I'm not responding to your posts, it's not that I'm hanging out doing nothing. It's not that you're doing a bad job because you say, hey, you responded to somebody else but not me. It's just the nature of the discussion. I'm just responding to, I'm just being an active participant like you. So keep that in mind. The ideas look great, your philosophies are great, and I think you're going to start to see when you look at the teacher interview and the classroom management assignment, my purpose for those two, where the teacher interview was kind of a final culmination. You've now understood the theories. Now go talk to a veteran teacher and see what they're doing in their classroom and kind of synthesize all that. Okay, what are they doing? What are their beliefs? How do their beliefs align with my beliefs? How do their beliefs align with theories? And kind of wrap it up all together to see, again, one more learning opportunity to see how this all is applying in a classroom setting. And then that should lead you up right perfectly to the classroom management plan, where you're applying classroom management techniques, philosophies, theories, and all these different things. So I think you're going to see that most of what we've been doing has been building upon each other, preparing you for those two kind of major assignments. So enough said there. My PowerPoint issue, I'm having an issue here. So last week I didn't post the PowerPoint because my program's not working. Both of them. I was using Camtasia. That doesn't work anymore. I'm using Jing. That doesn't work anymore. So my idea of the PowerPoint was to give you my thoughts and my ideas on the chapter after you've read it. And I was using those programs to do that, and now they're not working. So when you take the survey this week, here's what I want to know. I want to know, A, if you like the PowerPoint and you felt like it was helping your learning, then give me some options. We can do Google Hangout, for example. We can do Google Hangout once during the week where we all get together and we, for those that want to, and we discuss the chapter and my thoughts on the chapter. I can send the PowerPoint with my notes at the bottom, and you can read my notes and my comments about the PowerPoint. I could do another video like this where you may not see the PowerPoint, but at least I can walk through the PowerPoint and talk, and you can listen to some of my thoughts and ideas on the chapter. Or if you're also just like, look, Derek, I don't really read the PowerPoint, I just read the chapter and I discuss, it's not really beneficial to me, then I won't do it anymore, and that's fine too. I think it saves both of us some time, and that's okay. So just give me some feedback on the PowerPoint. Was it a helpful activity? If it was, let's talk about future applications and what I can do to make it work. And then if it's not helpful, then we'll just forego it and we won't worry about the PowerPoint anymore for the rest of the semester. So in terms of this week, pretty light week again. You don't have any additional assignments. You just have to read this chapter and have a discussion. At this point now, I really want you to be thinking about when we move to these supportive approaches, what's called the democratic approach to a classroom, where now we're not necessarily, prior chapters we're looking at the teacher's control and kind of the word I use is the autocratic control of a classroom, where the teacher is really in control and managing behavior and managing the procedures and everything else. We had one chapter where we looked at trying to help students discipline their own behavior and be more self-regulatory, and those are kind of the ideas I've been bouncing around. Now is kind of one last shift here. We're going to talk about how teacher and student together can build this classroom environment. and where teacher and student are both kind of in control. So my question this week is, what do you prefer? An autocratic approach where you're kind of in control and you're doing the things that are conducive to how your classroom runs? Or do you like some of these ideas that you see in this chapter where, hey, cool, I like involving students? And then just justify your thinking. And so hopefully through the discussion, we'll be able to get some new perspectives, some new ideas, and really solidify our philosophy. There's one last thought that's escaping me in terms of that. So I want you to do that in terms, I'm going to lose my thought. So yeah, hopefully I'll come back. So make sure you're posting in your discussion. Make sure you take the survey this week. Oh, yes, final thought. Sorry, I didn't mean to have a delay. So it's interesting for me. I just want to leave you with this. As I go throughout these chapters again, I read them again. I took this class as an undergraduate, and I'm reading through. I'm preparing for your week and how to, create some good discussions and things that will help your learning. And I'm reflecting on the chapter as well. I see all of these ideas I have used either once, twice, or multiple times. Now, there may be a central concept in this book where I'm like, I truly believe in this theorist, and this is how I go about my management, how I go about managing my classrooms. But there are all ideas in this book where I look and say, yep, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that, because the situations vary. Humans are so intricate and complex that, as this chapter I think really focuses, is not everybody's the same. So going in with a management plan to say, I'm going to do this for all students may not be the best approach, simply because consistency doesn't always mean fairness, and that's another idea this chapter brings up. Consistency just means that you're consistently trying to manage your classroom with what you expect. So if you expect students to not talk when you're talking, it may not be, well, every time a student talks, I'm going to do A, B, C, D. It may just be, okay, this student, because I'll tell you right now, I've done this. I have a student this year who was talking when I was talking, and I went A, B, C, D. I tried that behavioral approach, right? Boom, 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 Frederick Jones, behaviorist all together, where you're like, look, there's a consequence for the way you're acting. I'm going to condition you to behave the way I want you to be. I'm going to have these limits setting. And he walked right out of class and was like, forget you. That didn't work. So I've had to use a different approach to still consistently holding him to the fact that I do not want you talking in class, but maybe more of a democratic style where I'm like, okay, let's work on this together. How can we get on the same page? And that's been really helpful, and he's grown a lot. He's actually coming to class more. He's working on it a little bit more. He's not perfect, but he's getting there. So just keep that in mind. These ideas are going to be present and fluent throughout your entire career. Just be prepared. You're going to have, obviously, with your classroom management plan, your central focus, your central idea, but be flexible. Be also open-minded, and keep these ideas retained in your mind, because I guarantee there's going to come a time in your career where you're just going to have to switch gears and use something else to try to make it work. And that truly is effective management and effective teaching. So enjoy your week, and I will hopefully hear from you soon in terms of the survey and any other emails that come my way. So enjoy your midterm, and I will talk to you next week.